Alright, so I wanted to do a quick update on the layout mock-up that I have going. As a frame of reference, this is the layout area. You've got, for some landmarks here, this is the furnace room, this is the furnace, this is the water heater, there's a door right here. This used to kind of be a bathroom, but it's just full of junk and cat's litter boxes right now. This is the 8-foot workbench that you'll see. This is the laundry area. This is the stairs that come out down from the outside of the house, the exterior door. This is just a landing zone that I have as a package space. It's not anything in real life. This is a lift bridge. It might be 2 individual ones, but right now it's pictured as one. We will zoom in a little bit. Oh, and one more important thing. There's a big staging yard along here that would, in the future, extend into this furnace room, but it's not mocked up right now. So let me show the layout a little bit closer. So it's a big bean shape. There's a few larger industries. You know, the plan is pretty simple right now, but engine facility, a couple probably chemical facilities or pellet facilities, probably a chemical facility here, lumber facility. There's going to be some heavy vertical scenery here, I'm calling it, so like drop-offs on one side and inclines on the other. A lot of room for kind of hillsides and things over here. Probably a downtown right there, and then not shown in the plan is a backdrop that will separate this main line that snakes all the way around from this staging, so that it's 2 separate scenes and you're kind of closed off. And then this is the coal mine. So I wanted to show you guys the mock-up of this. So I'm going to stand right in this corner here and look over there. So I just used kind of junk that I had laying around, carts, containers, all sorts of stuff, and cardboard to set this up. But this is the main walkway. And then as we walk over here, again, some of the backdrops are done in case people didn't see that. This is 4 feet wide here. We come into a wider area that's roughly 5.25 feet wide. You got these little extension areas that I will add out of wooden foam to allow the large horseshoe curve here. And then the main line would swoop and kind of sort of follow the end of the table and go around this pole here. And then, you know, this backdrop is not exactly where it needs to be, but go across the bridge and swoop around into that area where there's another big horseshoe curve. Coming over here, again, going towards this pole, you know, this is where the lift bridges would be. This is kind of where the staging would go, and it would go into that back furnace room where the door is and the workbench is. I just kind of mocked up again with junk and poster boards that I had laying around this backdrop. So I think it does a good job of separating the scenes and, you know, how it blends into the scenery and where it's cut versus where it's not. I'll definitely have to figure out how to optimize all that. This is the other area for that horseshoe curve. So again, the main line will sweep this way, go over there, curve around, and you'll have a couple large industries along this back wall. Obviously still got to add the backdrop and all that, but that'll come underneath this TV. And then there's the second lit up workbench. Still trying to find out exactly how I want to build the legs and the tables to be the most efficient. For example, I gotta make it so that I can maybe remove a chunk of the table in case I need a new washing machine or water heater or something so they can fit it down. That's one consideration. Another one is just where I put the legs, right? I want to make sure I can fit the most amount of shelves possible and reach things the easiest without legs in the way. And then another thing is, for example, like if I want this to be a, you know, a deep bridge scene or have a big vertical drop off in the front here going down below, I may actually just want to build this as a table, this as a table, and then drop the entire tabletop surface of basically a filler piece down immediately, and then I can build up the rest of the scene with foam so that it's starting low and building up, as opposed to building a table that I have to cut out a big piece of. But I'll just do another big pan around here. And one thing I'm actually looking at, as you can tell, this is a table that I have that I've been moving around. This is a 6-inch extension of foam. I'm just kind of playing around to see if this aisle is too wide as is. It was originally 48 inches wide over here and 48 inches wide over there. I actually shrunk this down by another 6 inches, so it's like 3.5 feet. Again, just kind of playing around to see what the right balance is, but I do think it should be kept wide here because you've got, one workstation, 2 workstations back to back, as well as the main bridge entry area. So anyways, that's what's going on. Big mock-up with a whole bunch of junk, but things are moving and shaking, fortunately.